Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. So look, bro, you can hear me, Melville? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. So look, this what happened. Okay. So 2008 Riverwell High School, ATLENTA, Sandy Springs, Georgia. All right. So this is, my birthday. I'm an Aries gang. So my birthday is 3/30/91, born on the sunny sun in the alley ashes. Oh, Libra moon, full moon, gang. Alright. So so this is like March, I'm gonna say like March 19th, something like that. This is literally, bro, the day before freaking spring break, bro. So what did we do? Me and the homie, Marley Hendrix, gang. What's up, Nick? Chilling, bro. Me and Marley Hendrix and this white dude named you know what? I'm not even gonna say your name, bro, but you know who you are. We decided to smoke a whole lot of weed, because that's what real players like to do. Real players like to smoke a whole lot of weed. Shout out to Project Pat, one of my favorite rappers, top two ever. All right. So, anyways, boom. We get on the bus, and what's his name was like, "Holy crap, guys, is that you?" And I was like, "You already came on W." He was like, "All right, so no, I don't know who came up with the idea, but we are like, all right, let's go across the street, let's hit that, and then let's go to school." So we got off the bus and did that, went across the street. Now, mind you, when we were walking across the street up this hill out of the parking lot, a teacher, "Hey, you guys can't leave campus if you're on campus." And we were like, let's get it. And then we went across the street anyway and blew down. No, this is a handsome sized joint. Facts, like big, like it was probably like maybe what, maybe a whole gram 0.2 in this, and it's three of us, experienced stomp down stoners, bro. So we did it, came back across the street, like literally across the street, like by a stop sign. Everybody could see us. Nothing wrong. But it's up a hill, so you can't see everything, right? Because Atlanta is hella hilly, right? So we come across right back across the street, walking down the hill. So who had the? I don't remember, but everybody was like, I was like, no, I don't want that, cause nope. And then Lo was like, nope. And then I was, and what's his name? His name started with I don't even want to say what letter his name started with. And he was like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna put it in my wallet. And I was like, bro, don't put it in your wallet, bro. He's like, all right, I'll put it in my cigarette pack. And then Lo was like, bro, you're not even supposed to have cigarettes, bro. And if you get caught, that's the first place they're gonna look. Facts, right? Common sense. So he was like, no, man, it's fine, it's cool. And then what happened? Now, Lo doesn't recall this part of the story, Melba, but what happened? He was like, all right, I'm gonna spray this cologne on me. He sprayed it, and he passed it to me, and I was like, no, I don't want to smell like you, bro. Because every time I walk around the school, they're gonna be like, ooh, you smell like Skylar, and I'm gonna be like, see, no, hell no, I don't like that, bro. So, and then plus, that's just not in my character. I don't work on like that unless Lisa buys it for me and it's Gucci. Ooh, love you. And then he was like, "No, I don't want any, bro." So we walked to the end of the sidewalk, going up the sidewalk to get in the freaking in the school. And what happens? The freaking principal tells us to come to the principal's office. And I was like, see? I know you still don't got that J on you, bro. And they searched everybody. What's this? And I was like, it's not mine, bro. It's his. It was in his possession. I'm good. I'm thinking I'm good. So they brought us to the principal's office, right? And we're all sitting in this room all alone. And they were like, okay, we're gonna call all you guys as parents. And then what happened? The officer came in the thing, right? And he looked at me, and he looked at Low, and he looked at the other dude, and he was like, "Well, you're the only smart person here because you have on cologne. You don't look like you don't look like you're high, but you don't smell like you high, but you look like you high. And he looked at the white dude and he said, you don't look like you high, but you smell like you high. And he looked at me and he said, you look like you're high and you smell like you high. I was like, what? And then he was like, all right, all y'all getting suspended. The opposite. Walked out. He was writing all the stuff down and all that. We had to sign it. And he walked out, right? So boom, I was like, dang, bro. Whatever. I'm in trouble again. I'm probably gonna get kicked out. Lo was saying what he was saying. This dude said, this is a really messed up way for my dad to find out that I smoke weed. He's a cop. He's probably gonna try to arrest me. And I was like, dude, your dad is a police officer, dude, and you did all that dumb stuff. And he was like, yeah, I was gonna tell him this summer. And I was like, bro, just relax. And then I just started tapping on the table, and Low started freestyling. And then the hook that I did was from a Cypress Hill song. I think it's called Roll It Up, Light It Up. And I was like, roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale. And we just kept saying that. And they busted in, boom, what y'all niggas in here doing? Having fun? And we were like, no, no, no. And then what? His fucking dad walked, dang, I didn't mean to curse. His dad walked in and he was like, he said his name. And then he was like, I'm sorry. He stood up. I was looking at him like, oh, he beats you up, huh? How he reacted. And then he was looking at us and he was like, look at you. You probably sold him this. You sold him this. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking. I don't even know what is weed. What is that? What are you talking about? This is not weed. This is incense, my guy. And they were like, okay, so let's get this whole story straight. Because he's saying that you guys made him smoke the weed and you paid him to keep the weed on him. That's why he had so much money. I was like, bro, listen to yourself. Does that even make a lick of sense? Why would I make somebody smoke weed with me? Why would I just smoke it by myself at home? Why would I? This nigga literally said we made him smoke the weed, bro, and paid him to keep the joint. And it wasn't like it was a roach, but it was, bro, it was probably still like a point .3 in that roach, bro. It was not little, bro. That shit was like the size of a fucking baby pinky, bro. That shit was big as heck. It was like the size of a cigarette, bro. But bro, it wasn't a roach. And I was like, bro, no, that didn't happen. That doesn't even make sense. And then his dad talking about something. All right, how old are you? And I was like, how old am I? You're a fucking police officer. You should know how old I am. What are you doing? I was like, all right, no, I'm just playing. I'm 17. How old are you? 18. All right, so these guys are coming with me. Y'all two are going to jail because you made my son smoke weed and you paid him to take it. And I was like, I looked at Lo. He looked at me and I was like, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going nowhere, bro. You can't arrest me for being, and you can't even prove that I'm high, bro. You can't prove I'm high and I'm not going to jail. And if you really think you're gonna take us to jail, we'll both jump you and walk home smoking, bro. That's not gonna happen, bro. You're not taking me to jail, and I'm way too high for this. That's not happening, bro. So he left out the room, and then my mom came in. And what you got going on today? And I was like, Mom, they're trying to say I'm sick. That's the incense. Like, this incense made me sick. I'm not high. And then they pulled me out the class. I mean, they pulled me out the room. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you on the other side, my guy. And they pulled me in the other room. They were like, so the thing about it is, Aaron, you've been in trouble a lot this year. Your grades, horrible. You're not even going to graduate until you're 19. You're not on, even if you have an 8 average next year, there's no way that you can graduate on time. You're failing everything except freaking, I think one of my math classes. I was even failing gym. Oh, no, 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 I wasn't failing gym. But I was failing everything. Seven periods. So 6 classes, because one of those periods is a lunch period. I was failing everything except math and gym because Miss Bradley had a big ass booty and gym was lit. So they were like, and then my mom was like, bro, do you know it's people? Do you know it's people that want to come to the school that's on the waiting list? And all you do is you just sit at home and smoke weed, and I think you're selling drugs. I looked at the principal, I looked at her, I was like, Mom, what the what are you doing? And then she was like, no, no, I'm tired of this. And they were talking, and they were like, bro, all you do, like, you don't do nothing, bro. And I was like, I have problems at home. I'm sorry. It's because my mom just like, oh no. And she was like, you know what? You're not gonna blame all your problems on me. What's your locker number? I was like, what's my locker number? I don't know. And then she was like, no, you know what? I'm tired of this. Take me to your locker. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't have drugs in my locker. I'm not that dumb. And then I went to my locker, and she was like, take all the books out. And I was like, what you want me to? Oh, are you gonna take me out of school? And she was like, no, I'm done, Aaron. I'm done with this. You waste time, your grades. You just come here to sell drugs and just get high and mess with the girls. And I was like, bro, that's what high school is for. What are you doing? What you want me to be on the street? Committing real crime? I didn't even do nothing. What the freak, bro? They searched me. I didn't even have the weed, bro. They had the weed. And then I went back, and I was like, okay, well, maybe she's not gonna take me out of school. And they sat down, and they were like, okay, well, your friend Lo, we're going to suspend him for like 2 days. The other dude, we're gonna suspend him for like a day, and then you're gonna get suspended for 10 days. I was like, why are you suspending me for 10 days? I didn't even. So you gonna suspend me longer than the dude with the weed? And they were like, bro, you were instigating it. We believe this, and you've been look at all these write-ups you got. And I was like, bro, that's right. I haven't even been suspended in like years, bro. I've been here for 3 years, bro. I haven't even been suspended. Well, what about that last time when we thought you had weed? I was like, bro, you could think whatever you want. I don't have, but did you find the weed though? That's the real question. Everybody keeps saying your name, and that guy AJ said that you sold him the weed when we caught him with the weed. And I was like, bro, you didn't even suspend that nigga for 10 days. Why would you suspend me for 10 days just for people saying my name, bro? That's not even. That doesn't make a lick of sense, bro. And they were like, all right, well, you can come back in 10 days. And she was like, no, 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 no. You're gone. You're out of here. And I was like, bro, you're going to pull me out of school? I want to finish high school, bro. I want to keep coming back, and I don't have anything else. If you do this, it's going to be the worst decision ever, bro. Ever. Ever. Don't take me out of school, bro. It's going to be so boring, bro. Imagine me being on summer break times forever. Don't do that, bro. And then what happened? She signed the papers. God damn. And she took me out of school. So on the way back, I don't know, you keep making this harder. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck, just go home, bro. And I didn't even, like, it just dawned on me, like, right after. I could just sign myself back up. But no, because it was a waiting list. So it was really no way I could have got back in that school that fast. Like, Riverwood High School, pretty prestigious, right? So, and it wasn't a private school, it was public. So, like, boom. So, like, keep in mind before I keep going forward, this is the same high school that Young Jeezy's real blood son went to, right? So, boom. We went home, and then she went back to work, and I packed up all my stuff, and then I called Lo like in an hour or something like that. I think we got Wendy's or McDonald's or something like that. Called Lo, and I was like, bro, what they do to you? Bro, tell me why they suspended me for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, 2 3 days? Bro, my mom took me out the whole school. And he was like, word, bro, why? And I was like, yup. And I was like, shit, you want to smoke the rest of that weed? Hell yeah, nigga, they on some bull stuff. And I was like, all right. I went over there. I stayed over his crib. I packed my bag, and I was like, yeah. She kicked me out. Can I stay over here for like 2 3 days? And he was like, 2 3 days? Yeah, you can stay over here for a day and a half. And I was like, all right, okay. And then I stayed over there for like 3 days. And then I called up Chip. I stayed over at Chip's crib for 2 days, 3 days. And then I went over somebody else's house. Then I went back to Chip's crib, right? Shout out to Chip's mom, man. Shout out to Vivian. Bang, bang. She's the bang. She's one of the Messiahs. Bang, bang. And then what happened? My dad called me in the middle of the night, asked me where I was, hung up on him. Then he called Chip's mom's phone. Then she came in the room, woke me back up. And he was like, I should have beat you. I should have come up there right now and beat your ass for hanging up on me. I was like, bro, you ain't about to do No, I didn't say that. But he stayed in Columbus, which was like 2 hours away. And then I woke up the next morning, I'm smoking. And then my mom was like, Aaron, where are you? Have you been eating? You've been gone for like. I was like, bro, first of all, my name is not Aaron. It's Aaron Moses. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe what you think about the story so far. And I was like, you know what? She was doing her little googly moogly stuff. And I was like, look, bro, I'll come home. I'll be there today in like maybe 3 hours or something like that. I wanted to sober down and whatever. So I went over there and she did that whole theatrical stuff, hugged me, made me some microwave dinner food, and then I ate and I went in my room. And then guess who knocked on the door? Doop 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 doop. That's how my dad knocks, bro. He's a weird. He's a Libra. He's a Libra. That's how he knocks every time. That's literally how he knocks every time, bro. That's annoying as fuck. And I was like, oh no, baby Jesus, what are you doing? Baby Jesus, what are you doing? And he walked in, how you doing, son? And I was like, good. You know what? I'm tired of this. Pack your stuff up. You're moving with me. I was like, what? I don't want to move with you, bro. And I started packing my stuff. And then I was like, actually, you know what? Hold up. I got some clothes in the basement. And I took my backpack down there and started packing my clothes. And of course, there's a back door in the basement. And then I was trying to unlock it softly. And then he came, do 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 do. What you doing out here, son? I was like, damn, almost got away. And then, yeah, I moved to Columbus with my dad. I started working at McDonald's. Um, he bought me a Beamer because I was doing so well, and that's it. That's how I got kicked out of high school. The second time. Facts. All of this is true. Google it. No, you can't Google it because I was a minor, but it's close enough. None of that what I said. None of what I said was fake at all. The only thing that I didn't say was that I don't want to say that white dude's name or his first initial. But everything I said, entirely true. That's how I got kicked out of high school. I didn't, but my mom kicked me out of high school because she's a boss, and that's what bosses do. But if you guys want any more stories, let me know, man. I got some doozies. I got a doozy about the time I bought some stuff from somebody and they had a whole bunch of stuff in the wall. I actually probably can't tell that story, but it's fine. I got a story about how I smoked weed in the police station. I'll tell that story. How I ended up homeless. I'll tell that story. How I got out of being homeless. I'll tell that story. How I used to grow weed. I'll tell that story. The times I got jumped. The first time I got drunk. I told you that story, Noble. When my cousin got me drunk off of Everclear and I tried to pass out, but he was like, "No, bro, it's about to be dinner time." And then as soon as I sat down, I freaking blacked out, and he woke me up. I don't even remember eating dinner. This dude woke me up. He's like, "Gee, you gotta help me with the dishes." And I was like, "Bro, why? Bro, I only ate like I didn't even eat that much." He was like, "But you woke up at 2:30 in the morning, start watching movies, and you ate 6 plates, and I kept telling you stop making new plates, just use the old plate, and you just kept making more dishes and more dishes. So you gotta help me." And I walked in the kitchen. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did that, didn't I?" I started to remember slowly. I did that in the middle of the night, and because I had my shoes right by the kitchen table, all of that. I remember all of that now. Like how I got my first car, how I got my license. That's funny. The first time I went to jail. Um, what else? I can tell you guys hella stories. Mm, oh, no, I don't want to tell. That's pretty criminal. I don't want to tell that. How I met Thirsty. That's a good story. Um, the first time I got a tattoo, when I got my nose pierced. Um, why I started my YouTube channel. Oh, the first time and the second time I had a warrant. All my warrant stories are funny, bro. Funny. Oh, they're tragic, but they're funny. The first time I smoked a cigarette, that was funny, bro. That was funny as heck, bro. Aaron, is that you smoking? No, no. um, I got stories for days, bro. When I moved to Atlanta, how I met Chip, that's a good story. Oh, the story about my guinea pig and how she died. It's funny, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. Um, the first time I ever been to Atlanta, did I say that? Yeah, all of that, man. All of that. The first time I went to Minnesota, why I moved to Arizona, all of that, bro. I got stories to. The first adult party I ever went to. Oh, the first time I ever saw lesbians kissing. That is an interesting story. It involves. I was like 8. I was like 7 years old. I had an allergic reaction to something I was eating, and then I left out the room. And then that's up to you. And the first time I ever broke in a house. That's a good story too. So just let me know what kind of stories or how I start selling drugs. How I started selling drugs. The first time I ever did shrooms. The first time I ever did acid is a funny story, bro. The first time I ever smoked weed, funny, bro. All this classics, bro. Oh, how I got my first pair of Jordans as an adult. That is tragic, bro. That is funny, bro. Funny, bro. So, anyways, like I was saying, this and baby Moses. All you gotta do is let me know what kind of stories you want me to tell. Oh, well, how about I lost my virginity? That's the best story I could ever tell. I was so surprised and just zooted. I was high, I was litty, I was off the shitty titties. That's a good story though. That's a good story. But think about it, guys. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Think about it. The more I tell stories, the better storyteller I could be, and the more entertainment you have. So, anyways, like I said, this Aaron Moses on the Bang You the Bang, featuring Melba Mo. We in this thing, man. It's lit. A to the Bay, ho, Oakland, ATL, BTL. We in it. Bass.